Too slow. Okay, well, we're back. The Happy Hour podcast. I'm Cousin P. That's May.
Hi.
And we got Ray. She's back.
Woo, woo.
Let's go. I'm joking. I'm getting too hyped. Anyways, I probably like use the rest of like my loud voice for the rest of the pod too, because I'm feeling a little under the weather right now.
So you're gonna be quiet today?
Probably. I'm not gonna do that.
I doubt it.
I'm just gonna hear you two bitches agree with each other all day long.
Why
don't
me? Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
I'm joking. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into well, actually, before we jump into topics, I gotta do the other stuff. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're almost at 200 subscribers on YouTube.
Almost there.
Which is a big deal because we actually just crossed a year since we started the Happy Hour. Right? So we started Happy Hour last year in February. We just passed that, and we're already nearing 200 subscribers on the Arctic House. And that's not just for the Happy Hour. I mean, that's everything. But it's just, I don't know. To me, it's a big ass deal when I think about the fact that we started this channel a year ago. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. So keep subscribing. Make sure you engage. Make sure you also engage in the communities, too. You know, there's notices and news and shit that we post in there. So if you're listening to it on Spotify or any of the other streaming services, make sure you leave a review so that way we know what to do. I didn't mean to rhyme, but that just happened. So
it was natural.
I guess I should become a rapper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, all right.
Uncle P?
Not as good, Uncle P. Don't do this. Don't you start.
That's your rapper name.
I thought it was cousin.
It is Cousin P.
No,
but
this guy.
But they
What
think
was the story
Uncle.
again?
I don't know what the story is, but they think Uncle P is funny.
I love Uncle
Uncle
P.
P is
Someone
not
called him
funny.
Uncle P. And we were talking about that a long ass time ago, and I thought that was really
Uncle
funny.
P sounds like a creepy person. Like,
sounds like a rap name. Sounds like your rap name is what it
Maybe.
sounds like.
I like cousin P better.
yeah, Cousin P is like someone you could talk to about your problems.
Yeah.
So someone who
Cousin P sounds like I'm gonna go get in some trouble with somebody, but
Yeah.
like Uncle P.
Cousin P is like
Sounds
the
like I
person
could
you
talk
come
to
to when you're like, hey man,
sounds
I
like a
just
porn
broke up
name,
with my
actually.
girlfriend. And he's like the one that pulls you aside, like, oh, okay, well, hey man, you want to hop in the car with me and see what's going on? That's Cousin P.
Okay, maybe like Uncle P could
Uncle
be
P-
like
Uncle
your
P-
OnlyFans name.
Uncle P is a little different.
OnlyFans.
There we go.
We're definitely not doing that shit.
What
That's
kind
weird.
of criteria is on there?
Oh,
Does
God.
it involve those shoes?
No. No.
And some cute shorts that sit above the knee?
Some zaddy shorts.
Some zaddy shorts. That's funny. Dick prints.
Hood cheek daddy shorts. I love that song.
Only gray sweatpants on my OnlyFans. I'm joking. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into these topics here. Now, I want to know, okay? Because I know there's going to be some. First, I want to make sure you guys don't lie. Okay, don't lie. Keep it.
I'm
Keep it a
glad
buck.
you think so much of my
Don't
character.
lie. No, because
Serious?
women lie about these type of things all the time, right?
Right.
Because when we think about like what men are supposed to provide, and a lot of times women say, "Well, I don't care how he gets it, as long as he's able to provide. As long as he's able to secure the household and protect the family, and yada yada yada." But I do think that at the end of the day, I think what he does matter, no matter how much money he's making. But if he's doing a job that, maybe doesn't make you feel proud, you might not, does want that dude. So is there jobs out there that you absolutely would not want a man to have?
Trash man.
Trash man.
Because I don't want him coming home smelling gross.
Dude, they're in trucks all day long. I mean,
If you drove past the dump, ever drove past the dump, you can smell that just from driving by.
Yeah, but
well,
what
yeah,
if he's
but
breaking
he's
in
in
that
the
dough?
truck.
I mean, you can do it other ways. You asked me, and I told you, trash
Let me tell you
man. I wouldn't
something.
want.
When
I
he
wouldn't want to date the
retires,
trash man.
He's gonna have a good
Ooh.
retirement.
That's a good point. That pension
And-
gonna go crazy.
Trust me, you don't want a broke old dude. Ain't no good.
He won't be smelly no more either.
Yeah, he won't be smelling anymore.
I'm good. I'm good. That's the one job I'd be like, nah.
Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't even be a trash man either. Like
No,
there's not a. There's,
I'm above
like,
this.
I mean,
I couldn't do the smell. I would get sick.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
I just couldn't. I couldn't. I hate taking my own trash out from the kitchen to outside.
Well, at
because of
least
the
you know.
smell.
At least you know he'd be good at that.
What?
your trash will always be out the house.
Yeah, because
he's a trash man. You know what I mean? Like, you'll never have to take the trash out yourself.
Bring it with him to work.
No, because then he's just gonna smell like it when he comes back.
Automatically.
He just
what it
knows.
means.
He's on top of it. He knows how to separate his garbage and shit too. Like he knows how to split the recyclables. Yeah, he might be useful. It might be a good.
Might, because you know how to recycle garbage.
He might have some other stuff that he
it.
can bring to the bed too. Like, look what I just found, baby.
Oh my god! Too far. No.
Look at it, still vibrates. It's still good.
Yeah,
These batteries are still good.
It's still in the box.
No.
All right. What about you, Ray?
That's really hard.
Yeah, is it? For me, it's not hard.
It wasn't hard for me.
For me, as a man, it's not hard.
What would you be?
I couldn't date a stripper.
That's a problem.
Why?
I couldn't.
Why?
Because.
Why? She doesn't smell when she comes home.
I don't know about that.
I feel like strip clubs smell great.
Oh, you ever been to many strip clubs?
I've never been to a strip club.
You never been to a strip club?
I know, but I really want to go.
They stink.
I bet it smells like pussy and ass everywhere.
And the floors are sticky.
Okay, but real on the while Ray thinks about her answer, why could you date a stripper?
Cause I just I wouldn't want my wife to.
So you would date a prostitute?
No, I'm gonna date a prostitute. I'm gonna date a stripper. I'm gonna date a porn star. Look at me, I'm sounding crude. I couldn't date an actress either. Like I always wondered
why.
Like, if your wife, right, like is in like, let's say your wife is, I don't know, what's her name, Jessica. Name one of them.
Who plays Harley Quinn?
Huh?
Who plays Harley Quinn?
No, not her.
No.
Sure, her.
No.
Robbie.
So Margot Robbie was in an interview talking about how she was excited to kiss one of her coworkers, the actors.
Oh,
she's married.
Yeah. What's her name?
Yeah.
She was in that movie with Will Smith. See, I couldn't watch that. The movie where they were basically thieves.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I never saw it. And I
saw
the name
it 3
of it.
times. It was good.
So you can never be with an actress?
I couldn't be with an actress because there's no way I could go to that movie and be like, damn, Will Smith is really getting.
I bet you could when she brings that shack home.
No, I couldn't.
Maybe you just don't watch her movies.
Yeah, I would never watch my wife's
like,
movies.
Johnny
but that'd
Depp
be
doesn't watch
hard.
her movies,
Especially if they're in a movie with my favorite actor.
He doesn't like watching himself act. Fun fact.
I love them.
Especially if she's in a movie with my favorite actor. That would suck. Because like now I'm like, damn, I can't watch that movie with you in Leo. And then it wins awards. I'm like, I guess I'll never know. It's like, I couldn't date an actress. No. Okay. You still haven't got yours?
The truth is that there's probably an incredibly long list of occupations that would not qualify. I don't have the list with me today.
You know what? That's a good save. That's still saying, hey, I'm picky. But I'm not gonna let you know how picky I am.
There's a long list. Just find out. Just fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out. It's the year of it. So let's see.
And then when you test, and then you're not gonna qualify, and then you have to change your whole career to try to get me. That's basically.
Oh man, no, I think it kind of. I said this in another episode, but like the sense of drive. Like if someone's just kind of working a job where they're just like they don't really care, they have no drive, like no ambition around it, like that kind of burns, like kills it for me. Okay. Not into it.
Like
what
a bud dispenser, like someone who works at a dispensary.
He's really slinging it. I'm trying to make you laugh. No,
like a weed dispenser.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I would date someone who worked at a weed dispensary.
Is that what they call them? Bud tenders?
Yeah, bud tenders.
Bud tenders. They get, if you work at a dispensary, they usually get hella free shit. Free weed all the time. Because here's about you're making hella money working there, right? And you're also saving money because you don't have to buy trees. So that's even better. And you get to smoke and get high without spending money. I would love to work at a dispensary. And you get to meet all these cool fucking people. I would love that.
Well, now we know, Jody.
All that energy.
I would love that. That'd be cool.
Real quick, just to one up Megan a little bit, or May, I should say, sorry. But to one up you, a worse smell would be some kind of dock worker, fisherman. Could you imagine coming home like, now they're going to come home smelling.
And they make more money.
They
make more money than
How about a plumber?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think even that's clean.
Maybe if I dated a plumber, we'd have like an outdoor shower.
We're not
and he'd
dealing
have
with
to
shit all
shower
day.
before he'd come in.
have to shower.
Okay, I have a legit.
like a fucking dog.
Yeah.
You do spray him down when he gets off his ship.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
babe,
no,
stay
an outdoor shower.
Stay right there in the lawn real quick.
Why is that? Why are you
Turn
looking
around,
at
baby.
me
That's
crazy?
fucking why.
No, it's not. They have those. You do that. You're supposed to do that before you go into a pool.
Oh my god.
Do that before you come in my house smelling like.
Come in your house. I pay
Fish.
the bills. I'm the
How
electrician.
the fuck do you know that?
Electricians don't stink.
Exactly. You
Plumbers
said. You
don't.
said.
I'm a plumber.
No. Fish market. Someone said fish market.
Yeah, the bartender
That's-
said fish market.
That's what I was
fishermen
saying.
make
That's what I
hella
was saying.
bank.
And they you know
Okay,
what?
for
They
like a
still
short period of
smell.
the year.
Yeah,
And then
it's
they're
not all
chilling
But
year
it's
round.
so much money.
It's really not.
It is.
No, it is.
They make,
They
especially if you go out to Alaska during peak
Like-
season, like they
Okay.
run you ragged, but
Hold
you
on.
make bank.
To be fair, that kind of fishing job where they're gone and then come back for like a month, that's different. But like working like a fishery or something, coming home every day smelling like fish, would not fly with me. You would definitely be taking a shower out fucking side in the outdoor shower that has heated waters, because I'm not barbaric. That's what you would be doing if you worked at a fishery and you were dating me, married to me.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news.
And
but
laundry staying outside.
So
That
the
scent
bud
is coming with him no matter what.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
It's staying in the skin for sure.
No, it's not.
So a little bit worse than trash. Would you agree?
Is there any hobbies that you guys would like that would be deal breaker? I'm just curious. I know this is not
hobbies.
Yeah, like a hobby that would be a deal breaker.
Like
What are those puppet
Taxidermy.
people?
Oh, that's a
Taxidermy's
major.
a good one. That
That's-
is
no.
scary as shit.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit. Ouija boards? No, not doing that shit.
Oh, hobbies. Yeah.
And there's some like
Just
some
had
there's like
it.
some I don't know. There's like some foo shit that I just don't.
Ventriloquist.
I just
I
don't
would
do.
never date a ventriloquist because I'd be so worried.
all the
Oh my God,
fucking dolls
during
looking at
sex,
you all the
just
time.
I can't.
We have to keep the dolls in the room.
Yeah.
No, because I'd be afraid, like during sex, like he would be making just random noises kind of out of everywhere on me.
You
Just
don't
me
want him to
just
make you butthole
making-
talk.
No, no, I'm
Don't want him to
good.
do a classic Jim Carrey.
Oh no.
That's exactly what I'd be afraid of. Worst nightmare.
What about rocks? You know, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Your
People collect
transition
rocks?
of conversations
like those
is really
people-
bad right now.
No, I'm just thinking like that shit. I would never want to fuck with a bitch who collects rocks.
Crystals, you mean?
Like the
Crystals?
They're rocks. Bro, they're
Shiny rocks.
They're rocks.
Come
and then
on.
like
They're
they-
crystals.
Crystals,
And like the-
essential oils, lady. You're not into
No,
it?
essential oils are fine because essential oils are great.
So do you like astrology bitches?
No, I don't do that shit either. Like once
I'm
you
a bitch because I'm a Libra.
like first date type shit.
Fuck.
On a first date, if you ask me what my sign is on a first date, I'm done. I'm done.
That's
Be-
3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah, because
You leave it right there. You at least playing the night out.
Bill,
You did pay
check,
already.
please.
I'm fully checked out.
Not
At
here.
that point, you've lost my attention on the first date. Now, like if we're talking like third date, second date, you know, all that. The reason why is like whatever's said on the first date is really important to you, right? Like you gotta think about it like this. You only have so many bullets in your gun, right? So if that's one of your bullets, like to find out what the fuck sign I am, then you're gonna be that crazy bitch who's gonna blame everything on your sign or my sign, right?
not yourself.
We're gonna have an argument and you're gonna be like, it's because you're a Capricorn. Like, no, bitch, it's because I'm depressed. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why can we?
Something a Capricorn would say.
Yeah, like, oh, you're such a Capricorn. Like, what? Like, I'm just Prentice. Like, why are you acting like it's the Mercury renegade?
My
Retrograde.
my lunar sun is in a Leo's moon. I don't understand those at all. You know those?
Wait, what?
You know all the astrology stuff?
No.
She corrected my
I
ass.
did correct him.
I don't know.
I asked somebody what that was before. She's like,
What?
oh, well, you know, have you ever had like the feeling of like wanting to go back to somebody who you know is not right for you, but you want to, so basically being a stupid bitch. Oh, well, no, it's the Mercury, because you're like, no.
Mercury
no,
renegade or
no,
something?
No, no.
Retrograde, when I say it.
Stop blaming the shit on the planets. Stop it. Stop it. You miss your ex's dick. That's what's going on. It doesn't matter if it's fucking May. It doesn't matter
That's
if
really
it's December.
funny.
It doesn't matter.
But it does.
It doesn't matter. If
just
you're gonna be
kidding.
a stupid bitch, you're just gonna be a stupid
You
bitch.
be a stupid bitch. Okay.
I've been a stupid bitch before. It happened. I went back to my ex. Boom. Same shit happened. There wasn't no fucking stars that told me it was gonna happen. It just fucking happened.
Maybe you just didn't read them correctly.
I know that's what. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to start getting the crystals and rocks and shit. You know, maybe. And maybe
Get your tarot cards read. Come on, Prentice.
maybe my karma and my
we are
and my
so
chi,
gonna get your tarot cards
and
read.
my
I
chi
would
is
love,
gonna
I would
get
love to have
clean.
someone tell him what's gonna happen in his future. He's gonna be like, that's not gonna happen.
No,
That's not true.
no, shit. I might start listening to shit.
I would love that. We're gonna.
I might start listening. Like, oh wait.
We're gonna have to go. To
Oh,
that.
it looks like you're gonna have health issues by the age of 50. Well, fuck, might as well let go today. Like, what?
Got 20 years, bro.
For real, that's a long ass
Oh,
time.
God, it's so depressing. I like the mystery in not knowing. You know what I mean?
Then when it comes to life, I would say fuck that. Please tell me.
You'd want to know how you die?
Yeah.
I would hate to know. I would
What
hate
if
to.
you're like you die in a car accident? Anytime you get into a car, you're gonna be anxious.
I would want to know how I die, and I'd want to know what age I would die.
Okay, so you want to be able to time
So
it.
what would that year be like though? Like,
do you mean?
like okay, let's say
If I knew the exact date, it's just like getting a diagnosis, a health diagnosis that you only have 6 months to live.
let's say you find out you're gonna die at the age
This
of
is morbid now.
let's say you find out you're gonna die at the age of 34. Right?
I'm not having kids.
But let's say you do. Let's say you end up
What
like
if that's like the only thing?
yeah,
you
let's say
want?
let's say you end up like pregnant.
wouldn't.
And then you become like really happy and attached to the baby and you're now like 32. Like that would suck.
I wouldn't. No, if I knew I was gonna like when I was gonna die, and it was like in my early 30s, I would not have kids because I would not want to leave my kids because my mom is sick and I'm almost 30 now. I can only fucking imagine what that would be like, and I know other people who have gone through a situation like that. I wouldn't want to put them through it, so I wouldn't want to have kids.
Okay, so let's not say kids, but let's say something amazing happened in your life. Like kid, the reason why I say kids because that's to me like that's like the biggest thing. But I don't know. Let's say you get into the dream job that you've always wanted.
Yeah,
Right? I don't know. Beyonce calls you and is like, "Hey, I want you to do
it
my
wouldn't
makeup."
be Beyonce.
You want
I
to do
don't like
Beyonce's
Beyonce.
makeup? If Beyonce called you right now,
I would do it, but I don't like Beyonce. I think she's overrated.
Oh my
and
God.
we gotta block that out before I get canceled for that.
Yeah, because-
Yeah, we cannot put that in
No.
because they'll be so
Yeah,
upset.
because I was gonna say, because if Beyonce call your ass and be like, "Look, I'm gonna pay you $1 million to touch my face up," I don't give a fuck what your music sound
do
like.
it. I just think okay, we can't get into this right now.
Listen,
I'm
if
not a big fan of Beyonce.
Donald Trump called me right now,
Donald Trump can suck my
if Donald
dick.
Trump called me right now and
No.
said, "Prentice, I'll put a B in your account if you do a commercial for me," shit.
You better not sell out. I swear to God, I'm gonna beat your
You
ass.
wouldn't do it?
No, I wouldn't
Oh
fucking do it. I would take them to.
But
I would tell
imagine
them
what
to-
If he
Prentice
was like-
could do with that
Yeah.
much money for his kids and his family.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a B in your account right now. All I need for you to do is just do this photo shoot right here, right now. Like,
Prentice, if I found it,
Done.
I would be so mad at you.
and you know what I would do? I would bless your ass with $1 million. Boom! Take your pain away.
I'm still
Go
gonna
buy
be.
you.
I'm still gonna be mad.
She's gonna be
I'm
mad.
still gonna be
She's gonna be
mad.
mad flossing in a fucking mansion.
Whatever. Whatever.
I'll be over tomorrow. What you talking about?
I can't stand that man. I can't.
All right, let's get back on these topics. Now, does going on a vacation test your relationship?
It
Like,
depends
or
on the
can
type
it?
of vacation.
Okay, give me an example.
Ooh. Like, let's see. Say you guys were going out of country together for the first time.
Okay.
So you're doing like flights, international flights, you know, you're in areas where like people don't speak your native language. Like, I feel like that would test you guys.
Have you seen that video where this girl and guy, they're together, a couple, and I believe they're in Mexico, and they're at the airport, and she doesn't understand anyone speaking, and she is yelling at him, calling him stupid. How could you do this to me? All this stuff. And then like there was an interview with him after, and it was like that was like their first vacation together. That was the first time going away. And she just attacked him. I'll have to show you the video. But yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, like that. I can't believe you brought that up. Like, I feel like that could test a relationship. Also, like, depending on the type of person you are, if you're the type of person that kind of just wants to chill, relax, not really do anything on a vacation,
Yeah.
first, and then you bring someone who's like, I want to do this, and that.
Yeah.
that can cause problems because it's like if you don't want to do what that person does, there's
Friction.
potential arguing. Yeah, friction.
Yeah.
So I think it definitely can.
Yeah, I also think like relationships kind of tell you a lot about a person. You know what I mean? Like you can find out if a person's fake or not on a vacation. Think about it. How many times have you seen like those people where they're not involved at all in what's happening, right? But just as shit starts to get popping, they take out their cell phone just for a moment to take a photo or take a video.
Oh, to make it seem like they're part of it?
Yeah, to make it seem like they're part of it, just to put their phone back. If I saw that shit happen,
media.
like, nah, bitch, this is not gonna happen. Like, nah, if you're gonna be one of those people who gonna fake the funk for social media, but then our actual lives suck because you're not a part of it, like, hell no. Because even when things get kind of shitty, like, or even things are great, in real life, like back at home, you're not going to be a part of it. You're just going to take a photo of it and post it on social media just for like satisfaction or other people's satisfaction.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know
like
what I
that's
mean?
fair.
Like people who are like people pleasers.
You want them to be present with you.
Yeah, I think like
Be present in my presence.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, you gotta pay attention to me, baby. I'm here. I'm only here for 60 years, girl. You already lived out 30 of them. Let's make the rest of these count. But
Heard that from the moon.
I also think like so to even like add to your video.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine if it wasn't just like her talking to him like that, and I've seen this happen where someone who looks down on others who don't speak English, especially
Oh my fucking
and like
God.
you know you're in somebody else's country, right? Like imagine like she was
God.
talking to like the locals like shit, like
She was.
oh,
I need to show you that video.
Grab my fucking bags. Take my shit. Like, no,
Oh,
I'm not dealing with no fucking.
I feel like that's degrading. She was just more being ignorant.
Yeah, I think mostly for me, it's like it's one of those things where if you're with me, you're a representation of me.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
couple, a pair.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
So if you act a certain way, then people are looking at me and like
Because I'm with you. I
Control your
associate
crazy
with you.
bitch is that's what they're giving you that look for. Like, shut her up.
well, and I'm looking at them
Probably.
like which jungle
me.
is the most dangerous one?
Help me.
Where's the anacondas at? Yeah, no, it's if I feel embarrassed in your presence, like if I feel like I'm embarrassed for you, and it's not like one of those reasons where maybe you're just being goofy and shit, like you know I have like secondhand
legit embarrassment.
But I'm talking about like a legit embarrassment, like you're acting the fuck out, and people are staring at me, like we're done.
I have a question. If something like that happens, maybe not the whole yelling thing, but like let's say your partner does something that's really, I don't know, just crazy, right? Would you call them out? Like, would you call them out in public like that, or do you pull them behind the scenes and talk to them like when you get home if they embarrassed you?
It depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends.
If it affects me and only me, then yeah, we're gonna talk about it later. But if you're affecting others around me, like even if I don't even know the people, then yeah, I'm gonna pull you. I'm gonna do it right then and there, because like at that point, if I'm the person that knows you, in a way, I'm kind of responsible, right? Like I'm kind of like responsible for intervening in some way, shape, or form to protect the public. But yeah, for me, it's just those two things, those two differences. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If it affects other people, I'm gonna do it right there.
That's fair. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
Because I've seen arguments where it's like, you don't correct your man or your wife in public. You always do it like behind closed doors. You always have their back. I've seen quotes like that, and I'm like, not always. Not always. So I was just wondering what you guys thought about it.
Okay.
I think I'd do it in like a gentle way. Like I wouldn't like
I think it would
add
depend.
to the scene, you know?
Just add to the dramatics.
And be
Yeah.
like, baby, just let me deal with this right now. That would probably be my move. Is just let me deal with this right now. So and like kind of dismiss them to like, I'll take care of this, and then later.
Yeah, but I mean, like that approach works for someone who you've developed trust with. Like,
Okay.
like for example, okay, true story, but I'm not going to talk about the full situation.
Okay.
Someone was at our house that I didn't want being at our house, and I was starting to get very verbally honest about the fact that I didn't want them at my house.
Interesting.
And my wife, you know, she does a little knee pat. Right?
That's the calm down, apprentice.
Yeah, that's something that we've worked on. You know what I mean? like there's years put into that knee pat to where that actually works.
That's funny.
But like if we were only maybe like dating for 6 months or something like that, that little knee pat wouldn't have worked. That I would have went the fuck
Some
off.
realization?
Yeah, this reminds me of this time.
Oh,
Huh.
I went out of town with my ex. Well,
Yeah.
we were together at the same time, but we met up with a friend,
right.
and she got wasted drunk. Like it was his first time meeting her. She got wasted drunk and started acting a fool, and then like wouldn't come with us. Lost her phone. Me and her almost got in a fight. Right, and so her fiance had left. Whatever. We have to call him at his work. And we're like, hey, this chick has gone crazy.
Your girl wildin'.
She's like broke into this house. She's trying to fight Rihanna. Like, we can't handle her. We left her.
Your girl went bunk gang, bro.
Oh,
Like, we did-
shit. Like, she's somewhere in this area, this vicinity. Go find her.
Oh, man.
But the cherry on top is when we got back to our hotel after all that, the hotel had not informed the maids that, like, we were staying a second night, and they'd taken all of our shit out of our room. Like, everything in our room was completely gone. And I had to pull the, like, let me take care of this. Because he was, like, already on it when we got there. And then this was just, like, that was a test.
Yeah.
Did he pass?
I mean, we stayed together for a long time after that. But,
Okay,
like,
so
He
That's
passed.
passed.
He passed for a minute.
it was, like, not a good note the whole way home, though.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know what I could do. I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, speaking, while we're on the topic of tests, do you think you should actually test your relationship? Right? Like, you've been going steady for a year or 2 years. Let me go ahead and throw a little monkey wrench in here on purpose. Let me see if he's still on his toes. Pow!
That's just asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What type of test you been
That is
doing?
asking for trouble, Ray.
It's kind of like I've used ultimatums. That's the test I've used.
Are we going back to
primarily.
this?
We've talked about this
we've
before.
I was just actually I just watched the
Ultimatum.
video
Yeah, we
today
did
about
talk about
ultimatums. I was
ultimatums
listening to
before.
it. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Well,
Oh. Go
okay.
ahead, Pete.
Well,
Sorry.
my question is, like, what kind of sparked it? There's like this wave of videos where people set up their partner to cheat. Now,
Ooh,
there-
I wouldn't do that.
there was this. There was this wild one that I saw. Wild. Okay. So first off, okay, the dude sets up his fiance to cheat because he wants to find out if he should actually marry her. Okay. He's
I
trying.
feel like the feeling and urge to need to do that to your partner
It
shows
should already be the
that there's a
answer.
problem with trust there to
Yeah.
begin with.
Right. But like, I don't know, like it's-
Jealousy. Oh, so bad.
No, that's not jealousy. That's craziness. That's the reason why it's not jealousy. Jealousy is here because jealousy has sometimes a rational motive. Like jealousy is not a bad thing all the time. Sometimes you feel
It's natural.
Yeah, sometimes you feel jealous because maybe a situation should make you feel jealous. This shit is fucking this 5150 crazy type shit. Like this is next level. This makes no
agree.
sense, right? So he tells his girl to go to the club with her friends, and while they're at the club, a guy approaches them, and I mean, he's not a big time celebrity by any means anymore, but the guy was Little Flip, the rapper, right? I don't know. Okay, well, anyways.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been phased. I'd have
Yeah,
been
you
like, I know
probably
this guy
y'all
is.
probably would have been phased. To be honest, I'd probably be like, "Oh, cool, it's Little Flip," and that'd have been it. But these bitches were ecstatic, and this was also Houston, which is where Little Flip is from, so it kind of made sense. But, anyways, they're at the club. Little Flip comes up to him and is giving them mad attention. You know what I mean? So now they're really feeling themselves. He's like, "Hey, you trying to come to the booth? Whatever. We got bottles." Blah, 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 so they go over to the booth. They chilling, right? Lil Flip is talking about doing music, yada, yada. We going to the studio after this. Y'all trying to cut, and go to the studio and get some more drinks. And, the girls, like all for it. He's like, well, I just want to talk to you for a quick minute, right? And that was the dude's fiance. So they go to the car where I guess there's a hidden camera and a little microphone. And within, I don't know, about 5 minutes of talking, she's giving him head. She goes down on him. And then
I thought Little Flip was this guy's friend.
no, but Little Flip was a part of it. He was a part of
But
it.
he accepted
This
it. He
motherfucker
didn't
likes
intervene.
he likes drama. That's what I'm saying. He's not even their friend. He's like, oh yeah,
I mean,
would
he
love
was
to
part
do
of the
that.
team. He was part of the team, but you know what I mean? Like he just
Perks
look,
to the job. Like
I guess so.
That
you
is
know?
definitely a perk
If
if you're a
she's gonna
rapper.
do it,
You
she
probably
gonna
get head
choose and
anytime
fuck
you
it.
want.
But yeah, she gives him head, and then afterwards, she's like, "Okay, are we gonna go back to the studio?" Oh no, they done left.
you just
We're gonna
got
have to go
punked.
to another. We're gonna go another day, but let me get your number, and that was it. And the dude was
Okay.
heartbroken. The dude was crushed, absolutely crushed.
He set
Now-
himself up for it.
I mean,
Okay,
with
there
a
we go. I was gonna
celebrity,
say, now
with
my-
a celebrity though, like why not do it with just some average Joe Schmo type thing? Like a rapper, I don't know. That's weird to me. It's okay. It's weird on two fronts. It's weird that you would ask a rapper, like you would just know that wonder is going to happen.
I kind of
and
wonder
two,
if he
as
didn't
the
know.
rapper,
I kind of wonder if he didn't know that it was going to
why
be.
was there a camera in there in the car then?
They knew it was going to happen, but like I kind of want what I kind of wondered
talk
though
to me
about this
privately in
particular
my
story
car.
was
Get a hit.
I bet you they didn't tell him that we were going to get a famous rapper to talk to your girl. Like I'm sure he probably thought, oh, some Joe Schmo is going to talk to my girl, and then she's going to deny him because you know he's just a regular. Like no, Drake went up in there. It's like now she's sucking Drake's dick. I don't know what to do. I'm so conflicted. Should I stay or should I go?
Yes, that was songs that they stuck in my head.
Yeah, I don't know. I like these
It's
tests.
weird. It's a weird one.
These tests to me, it's hard for me to feel bad for the dudes. It's hard for me to feel bad for the girls. Like it's like
crazy.
To me. It's cornball shit. Like it really is. I understand if okay. Here's the way I guess I would go about this. If I truly felt so compelled to put my partner through a test to where I would literally try to get her to cheat just to see if she would, then that partner is not for me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Agreed.
To me, it's that simple.
I feel like that's fair.
But besides like the cheating test, I don't think that you should purposely test your relationship like that anyways. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you should try to like fuck shit up just to see if the other person's gonna stay on their toes. Like that's really some manipulative type
Well,
shit.
I mean, if they do that before getting married, can you just imagine what they would do during
Oh,
the
dear.
marriage?
My God.
Because I mean, yeah, you can divorce them and everything, but it's a lot harder to separate. Like that just sounds like it's just the start of chaos.
That sounds like a movie. I'm trying to think of what movie that sounds like. Like where everything is normal.
Probably some movie on Tubi.
Then all of a sudden, boom, bah! You're like you're in the fucking, you're in the Matrix. You gotta figure out this puzzle. Like what the fuck is going on?
I can't. It's really toxic. I think it's just not toxic
wake
and healthy
up-
as well for the partner.
You wake up. Why is there a bitch in my bed? Who the fuck is that? Like what the fuck is that? I don't know.
I couldn't. I
Yeah.
would never. Well, then it's like also too. It's like if they do cheat, then you're now you're sad. Now you're sad and you're heartbroken.
And it's okay.
and you're not getting anything. Ew, and it's on camera. Is that what you said?
It's on
It's on camera.
That's fucking.
That's like
crazy.
that's a really bad trifecta right there. I would be very depressed.
Bro, like, why'd you set up your girl's sex tape like that, dog? Like, why'd you do that?
And he's not even in it.
That's-
so sad.
That's fucking crazy. Like, you should be a producer now, dog. Like,
Oh.
you should just be a producer.
I like that. That's really
Oh
funny.
my God. I'm going crazy right now. Okay. Well, now, we were talking about traveling earlier. Okay. And this is kind of a controversial topic. I think you sent it to me.
Probably.
It kind of sparked the inspiration for this question. So,
What's the question?
why are men traveling overseas to find wives? Now, there's been so just to give this a little bit more context, there's actually been an uptick, and not only an uptick, but like a literal movement. I forget what the hashtag is even called, but a lot of American men actively
Yeah.
go overseas to find wives. versus dating women over here. Why do you think that is?
Because I feel like a lot of men, not all, but a lot of men want something traditional. And unfortunately, a lot of women in the US now are not really traditional anymore. Everyone is focused on themselves, coming first. It's like having the ideology of being like a housewife or everything. It's like it's bad if you want to do that. It's like you have to be something else. It's like women get looked down on because they want to be like stay-at-home moms, but stay-at-home dads get praised. I don't get it.
I think it depends. It depends on where you're at, the culture you're within. Because I feel like stay-at-home moms, like, there are people who are critical of them, but there's a lot of, like, smaller niche cultures that are, like, into it still.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They are. That's like, I feel like when men go across the seas, they kind of want a woman who's going to be a little bit more, I don't want to say obedient, because obedient's not the right word. But do you know what I mean?
Submissive.
I would say, submissive is a better word, just because like the US's culture isn't like that anymore. It's not like women follow men. It's like we are our own person, and I feel like in a lot of countries overseas, they're not quite that far yet, so they still have that same ideology.
Yeah,
the original ideology.
I agree with both of you guys. And to kind of like, I guess, create more, I guess, explain it a little bit more about some subcultures within America that still kind of follow those same traditional ideologies. Usually what you find is you'll find like the cultures within like certain cultures still do it. Like, for example, if you come from a family where maybe you're the second generation of whatever country they come from, right?
Yeah.
Typically, you're going to find more like traditional traits in your mother, more traditional traits in maybe even other women in your family who are even your own age. But like if you come from a family who may be, Mexican, but you're like 10th generation, super Americanized, y'all don't even speak Spanish no more, like, you're probably not going to want to be housewives. Like, that's not, that's probably not
It's more
be the
like
case.
it's just a US ideology, I feel like. Doesn't matter really race, but I just feel like,
But part of it too is like I don't think it's just that women don't want to be traditional. I think that it's more so that like, okay.
Choose your words?
No, it's more like just making sure I find the right one. But
yeah. I mean, I said obedience. I don't know if you can get much worse than that.
A lot of times, like what women, especially American women, find empowering is like completely opposite of what is traditional, right? Like a traditional woman, like my mom, for example, is, in my opinion, is a traditional woman.
Older generations are,
She wouldn't post a photo that maybe somebody else would on the internet, right?
Yeah.
She wouldn't be so open about certain things with her male friends like us younger people are.
Yeah.
Like there's certain like traditional values.
Like reserved.
Yeah.
That's a really good word. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good word for it.
Yeah. There's more there's traditional values that have like kind of not only just been looked at as bad, but in a way, kind of like becoming a captive in a way, like to society. Like there's a lot of things like where people think like, okay, if I do this, then I'm falling into the societal tropes of what a woman should be. And I don't want to do that. So let me do this. And this makes me feel empowered because this is anti what
it's like,
it's
it's
supposed
like,
to be.
and
men want, the old ways, men want, hey, I want a woman that is okay with having children,
And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I see videos all the time where when men say their preference, if they want like a woman that stays at home, there's nothing wrong with having a preference because the woman he's going to get with is going to have the same ideology as he does for the most part, right? Yeah. He's going to get with someone who would be okay with being a stay-at-home mom. So if she's fine with it and he's fine with it, right, why the fuck do people have to complain and do all that shit? Like I don't get it. Like I see videos all the time about this kind of stuff, and feminism and blah 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 and blah, 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 and all this stuff, and I just don't get it. Like I get it, but I don't get it.
I mean, I get why okay. So on one part, there's the innocence of there's men out there who really really want a traditional woman, and they're looking for it in America and they can't find it, so they go out in Japan and go find a woman out there, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the other side of it where there's these dudes who are like, I just want to fuck bitches who I can control, and they're gonna oogle and Google over me because I'm an American boy. And a lot of times there is that.
I feel like women do that to older men as well.
I keep just I'm sorry, through this whole conversation, I just keep thinking about mail order brides.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think of going somewhere else to find. And that's been going on for ages. And I've had friends whose mothers have been obviously mail order brides. And the observation that I've made from those situations is typically the males, somewhere in their personality, it doesn't mesh. It's super hard for them to connect with other people, and so they've kind of resorted to this option where they kind of, in a way, have acquired a partner by means that are a female who comes to this country from somewhere like the Philippines has a lot more social mobility. Even if they don't land themselves some stud with badass job, there's still social mobility that they can acquire for them and their children.
There's a large base of Filipinos that live in America. They could integrate themselves with those communities and do fairly well for themselves. But somebody from Cambodia,
there's not opportunity there, right?
Okay.
So even their kids are going to have a greater opportunity than they would, even being a mail order bride coming here. But I think part of it is being able to hold kind of that sense of tradition, and for a man not have someone who really not the word confronts, but can come head to head with him in the household. There is a more submissive person, and they don't have to try and fight for that. Mm-hmm. It's implied in the relationship.
And also, too, with the language barrier, I also think it makes it easier for them to control, because it's half the time their partner doesn't know what they're saying, or vice versa. I feel like that is a great advantage. As far as whoever's the stronger one in the relationship, it's a great advantage for them, because it's it could definitely be manipulating for that reason.
Right, especially if you rip them from their country and bring them over here to America.
90 Day Fiance. Right now the season's 90 Day Fiance the other way. And it's where Americans go to whatever country that their partner is in. And this one girl, she went to, I don't even know, and I don't want to say it wrong, but she went to his country, and while the camera was there, they were having a conversation and they were arguing, so she would speak in English and talk hella shit on camera about him, and he would have no idea what the fuck she was talking about, and he would just stand there kind of just but she was talking hella shit, and I just feel like that's kind of
it's manipulative.
It is very manipulative. Yeah, because you don't know what they're saying. You can say something super sweet in a really mean tone. Someone who doesn't understand English, they're gonna think you said something really mean.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, then there's also the financial aspect too, because as in Sacramento, I'm Sacramento poor, but I can go to the Himalayas and I'm
you
fucking balling, right?
That's another thing. Okay, this is something I remember when I was working a job. There was this family that would come in, and the husband obviously had a much younger mail order bride. He was in his mid to late 40s, and she was 18, which that's kind of uncomfortable, right? Yeah. But he couldn't afford to actually have his family, but to her that step up in lifestyle was significant for her, but he couldn't afford to really, do what he would want to do per se.
But for her, it's a jackpot.
Right.
It's it's a complete come up.
Taking her to Denny's was probably
whoa. That's rude. I'm not being sarcastic or anything, but restaurants like that would be probably compared Oh God, Ruth Chris was the first place I thought of, but like
Nah.
really nice restaurants and stuff like
Ruth
that.
Chris will blow her fucking mind.
For real, dude. But that's just my analogy.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, I do think that I do think it's not the solution, if I'm being honest with you. Like,
Getting a mail order bride.
no, not getting a mail order, but like trying to like date. I just don't think that's the solution. I think like there has to be like some level of balance, and it will happen. Like things always correct themselves, right? Like we've kind of had on this sheet for a while. I took it off, but we were like, why is there an increase in incels, right? Like meaning men who are invulnerably celibate, as an incel is someone who's not celibate by choice. But on the flip side of that, there's also, which people don't talk about, there's also a lot of women who are like entering like their 40s, not in relationships, not ever getting looking at you, not in relationships.
You say something to me, Pete?
not having
29.
children, and probably won't, right? So like on the opposite side, there's I guess female versions of incels on both sides, right? Like there's a single epidemic in America right now, and I think at some point the dating marketplace will kind of correct itself because it's in a weird place right now, right? Like we're in this thing where it's like all about female empowerment and blah, blah, where women have hella control in the marketplace, but so much control to the point to where it's like, what do you actually want? Do you want...
I want to be an
do
independent woman.
you want the freedom do you want the freedom of being able to do whatever the fuck you want, which comes with being single? Or do you want to relinquish a little bit of that freedom and get in a relationship that will give you even more fulfillment, right? And there's like finding that. A lot of times people look at what you give up in a relationship as like not like it doesn't pay off some way. Because you do give up some shit in a relationship.
Yeah, no matter what, there's some type of compromise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's figuring out what the compromise is for you and what you're willing to compromise.
Yeah. And I think there's a group of people who haven't seen that yet. You know what I mean? Like they haven't seen it in the relationships that they've gotten in because they've gotten in some shitty relationships because people nowadays don't know how to date. You know what I mean?
Facts.
They don't.
That's a whole nother episode we gotta talk about days like current dating.
Everyone accessorizes each other. If that makes sense, right? Like a lot of times dudes are dating girls because they look good and their social media account's high and they're gonna do shit for them. And then a lot of girls are dating dudes because of the same exact things, right? Like it's almost like business arrangements nowadays, right? Like I mean, we've talked about it before, but yeah, this is kind of where it's at right now. I think when people start to realize, shit, I'm fucking lonely, and I've been around the world. My passport pages are fucking filled, but I want
You're
someone.
making a slight at me right now?
I'm really not. I want somebody who I can come home to, and I don't have that person. I think people will start to kind of like shift what they value. Like right now, people value freedom so much. And freedom is great. Freedom is good. It's cool. But there's nothing better than, my opinion, like having someone who you could talk to.
Yeah.
Having someone who could level out your weaknesses.
Your other half.
Yeah. So people get it together. I believe in America.
They're gonna get it together when no one's having kids and everyone has dogs and cats for pet
You guys
kids.
are hella making slights at me right now.
You
I
can't
don't
fuck a
have any
cat.
kids, dude. I have a dog and a new puppy, so I'm right along there with you.
You can't fuck
Absolutely
a
under
cat.
attack.
Well, they might make a strap on for cats. Who knows?
What?
Bro, they make sex toys for every... Did you know there's a sex toy that it's a dildo that you strap to your chin, so that way when you're eating a bitch out, the dildo part is inside and your mouth is on the clit?
Hey,
Yeah, I didn't need to know that today.
that sounds... I don't know.
That's a real toy, guys.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Look it up. There are dudes out there who are putting fucking balls and dicks on their chins.
Yeah, and you know what they're also getting? They're also getting pussy in their face.
I get pussy in my face without a ball.
But
dick
you're
on my
married.
chin.
You're married.
So
I would like that. I think that toy. You know, my only thing is that when I first saw it, right, I was like, what if he bites off his tongue? Like,
that's what you thought?
yeah, because what if she's writing? What if she's on top writing because it feels so good, right? And he has to eat her out with her tongue. He's not going to do with anything else. He's going to cut his tongue off. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not.
What I thought when I first saw
that was the first thought I thought.
The first thought that I had when I saw that shit, when I saw a picture of a dude like this with a fucking
he is smiling in the picture. I've seen it. Yeah, he's smiling. He's very happy.
I was like, this bitch got this motherfucker. Like this motherfucker's in the sunken place.
Would you rather do that or get pegged?
Oh, neither.
You
I'm
have
a
to
man.
choose.
You know what I get to choose? Neither.
No.
Because I'm a man.
No.
Yes.
No.
I choose that shit every night.
No.
I choose neither.
You have
every
to
night.
choose. You have to choose.
Why do I gotta choose?
Gun to your head. You have to go.
You can let us know what your decision be off
shit.
camera, okay? You don't have to say on camera.
Like, I'm not doing none of those things. I'm not putting no fucking balls and dick on my chin. And
It's not balls and dick. It's just dick.
I've seen some with balls and dick.
That doesn't make any sense. That would just be in my way.
Okay. All right, we got one more topic.
Maybe we can
get
was in
through.
it. It was
One more
really
topic.
funny.
Maybe we can get through.
Sorry.
It's okay. Do we overuse the word narcissist? Can we agree on this?
We meaning this table?
No, we as in the society, as in this world.
What is your definition of a narcissist?
I don't have a definition. There is a clinical definition of a narcissist.
Let's see what it
because
is.
narcissism is a literal. It's a clinical disease.
It's like all about themselves, right? Self-centered. I don't know. Peanut gallery's
It's
going
kinda
crazy over here.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
So
The tip needs to
narcissism.
light up like a light.
Yeah,
I
the
would
psychology
love
or
that.
psychoanalysis?
Yeah. So narcissism is the excessive interest in or admiration of oneself and one's physical appearance. But once again, narcissism is it's a medical. It's not a mental. It's a mental condition. It's a mental health issue.
Down here. These two. So there's two more, like the psychoanalysis, self-centeredness arising from failure to distinguish the self from external objects, either in very young babies or as a feature of mental disorder.
Yeah, it's a mental disorder. So the reason why I think we overused the word, it's like it's not like it's not.
It's lost its meaning.
Yeah,
It's become like slang. I feel like it's more common.
yeah. It's like saying I don't know what's another.
Literally. People say literally all the time.
Literally?
Literally,
People do
I
say
am
literally all the time.
Literally.
I say
Even though they don't literally mean whatever they're saying.
like literally.
I literally mean exactly what I mean.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know. I just wish we stopped using this word, and like especially because I think
really
it
hear it a
also
lot.
lower. I hear it all the time.
Is that
Especially, I think I hear it all the time because people want to talk to me about their fucking problems all the time. You know what people tell me
Stop
when they
putting-
talk to me about their motherfucking
Stop being such a
problems?
good listener.
Yeah,
This is what they
trying to
say.
get you listening.
They go, so and so's a narcissist. Like, has he been clinically diagnosed?
There's
Oh.
this face you make after you say something that you feel like other people need to agree with.
No, I'm just like confused. I'm gonna look back on this, see what face they're
You go like
talking about.
Prentice. You go like this.
Like, is that not a valid question?
No, it is. It's
It's
just
so-
we're making fun of you.
And why is it every
Do you feel-
time?
do you feel
why
like-
is it every time you don't like a person, they're a narcissist?
Do you feel like someone who laughs at their own joke is a narcissist?
No.
No.
I'm fucking
Hell
funny.
no. If I like my own photos, because I'm fucking sexy. It's not a narcissist.
That's ego. That's more ego. That's more ego.
That wasn't even what I was talking about.
That literally happened like a week ago.
Prentice
But
is
I
just-
wasn't talking about that.
He's mad.
I feel attacked right now.
Oh my god.
Let's do one more question. I don't like this one for the last
You
one.
don't like that one?
No.
I just think we stopped using it.
I think
You
it
know-
gets overused too.
Yeah. And you know the other word I think we should stop using too? Is creep.
Why?
Cause there's levels.
I never
to,
hear
there's-
people.
No. Here's why. Here's
People
why.
use it quite liberally.
Here's why. Okay. First off, there's levels to it. Okay. A creep is somebody who's literally doing something creepy. Okay. Okay. Someone commenting or hitting you up in your DMs does not make them a creep. Now, when they do it 20 times and you get said shit back, yeah, maybe they're a creep. But 1, 2, 3, I don't know if that's a creep. And the reason why I don't say that, the reason why I feel that way is because if the person is good looking,
They're not a creep.
they're not a creep. You know, like the difference.
That's not true.
No,
that's not
I
true.
swear to God, the difference
No, and that's even
oftentimes.
worse when they're attractive and they're creepy.
If a guy hits on you, and he's ugly, he's a creep. But if he's Brad Pitt,
I hit the jackpot.
yeah, you're like, oh shit. Hey, buddy, how you doing? You want to put a dick on your chin?
Oh, okay. So
There we go. Yes,
Creep?
50 Shades of Grey, the greatest example of all time. Anybody who would dare try to do any of that shit to you and was not rich, it's rape. It is.
I've never seen the movies.
I haven't seen the movies or read the
I heard they were
books.
trash.
I don't know. Some of my
I
It
know
is
it's a
because
book.
they are. You know?
I know
actually,
it's a
actually
book,
kind of
and I
fuck with.
didn't read
Actually,
that
kind of fuck with
book.
the movies. I like the movies a lot.
You like the movies?
Yeah, they're good.
I'll have to
I
watch
heard there
it.
was no chemistry between
You
them.
what?
Yeah, I like the movies.
Oh my God! What again?
I like the movies.
Oh, go on.
It taught me about.
you
It
just
taught me
made the
about.
bartender
It
speak
taught
up
me a
for
lot
us.
about myself. I was watching. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try some of this shit.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it comes
I
out.
thought that was rape if you're not rich.
But I'm sexy, so I get to do this.
No. I can't with you. Narcissist.
It's like,
Narcissist.
I'm clinically diagnosed by Dr. Megan. Narcissist.
That's right.
Oh my god.
PhD in bullshit is what I got. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we might have to stop there just because of the amount of space that we have on our memory card today.
We got 3 minutes and 10 seconds left until we hit
All
an
right,
hour.
where we at on the memory card? 16. Oh yeah.
We good. Let's do one more topic.
Okay.
This is fun. I'm glad Ray's back. I am.
Okay. I know this is supposed to be a heavy topic, but fuck it, whatever.
Okay.
Which one?
Should you get rid of your gifts that you received from an ex?
I don't want to do this question right now. I
I
want to
keep
have a longer discussion.
My things. But do I tell my new partners who gave me what? Nah.
You got 16 minutes to talk about that.
That was.
Like, I
You know-
hold on to everything.
To be honest
I'm
with you,
being so
Megan,
picky right now.
to be honest with you, I don't even know if this topic is gonna last that long. Because where I'm at with it, like, no, I'm not gonna make you get rid of any.
would you
like,
let your significant other keep the stuff if you knew it was from an ex?
Yeah, it's happened.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
see
like-
anything wrong with it.
Like, what I'm gonna do? Day one, start taking inventory and shit. Like, all right, let me start seeing.
Who's
Where's this from?
Who's that
seeing
from?
that teddy bear. Where you
Sent
get
you
it from?
that.
Only. I
Like,
don't
oh,
know.
Tyrone gives you that teddy bear. Throw it out. Throw it out. Like,
Burn that teddy.
What? Like, what are the rules for that? You know what I mean?
But you know what? It's like, okay, have you heard of the stories where people who have dated someone and they passed away, and then they get into a new relationship and that new partner is jealous?
Oh, of their dead ex's stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, you ain't got to worry about me, baby.
Yes. Yes.
We can have a three-way with the ghost. What you talking about?
This girl, she was getting married again or something like that, and she wanted something. Okay. I remember what it was. It wasn't like quite that situation. So this girl was getting married. Okay, and she had a family member die. I think it was either her dad or something.
Yeah.
No. So it was the grandma. It was the grandma of the groom.
Okay.
The bride didn't understand why he wanted to have a chair for her. He wanted a chair for her to sit so she could be included. And she threw this whole fit and got so mad. It's not the whole thing like gifts from an ex thing, but it's just like the audacity of that.
You tangented hard.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like it's kind of like the same thing though. It's like she was mad because he wanted a seat from a dead family member, but it's like the same thing. Like, what if you get something from an ex who has died? I've dated someone in the past before. He's not living anymore. I've dated 2 people and they're not here anymore. And it's like, I have stuff from them I would never give up. And I hope my partner would never make me give that stuff up. It's memories.
Yeah.
I think that's completely fine. Now, I may be out of pocket.
Let's hear it.
But I personally wouldn't want to date somebody who had an issue with moving on with their lives after someone had died. If that makes sense.
I feel like you say that now, but if you were to go through the situation, I think you might change your mind.
I have. I've I mean, people have died in my family and who are like extremely.
You're significant, like a
extremely
significant other.
No, but I'm okay. No, this is what I mean. Okay, okay. If we're talking about just letting the person's memory live on, that's fine. That's fine and dandy.
Okay.
But if we're going 20 years, 30 years, and I don't know, there's a bedroom in our house that we pay bills in together, or maybe I pay most of the bills, but who knows? And that bedroom for 30 years has been dedicated to this person who's no longer with us. At some point, I want to change that bedroom.
I think the first step would be to get your person some type of support.
Yeah.
That's fine. But
I feel like the bedroom thing, like a child to me is the only, and it may be like a grandma's room, because like for I just feel like there are certain situations where holding a room like that is valid. Not all family members, but certain types. Like if you lost a child.
I think there's a timeline for everything. Even if I did lose a child, right? Like let's say I lost a child and that room happened.
God forbid
child.
you don't. But it's you don't know how to grieve through that. That's something completely different. Like if that's something you made. You know, like I couldn't even I couldn't even imagine.
I think it would be important though for me at some point. Like, and I think that's what it comes down to is like, like I think it's healthy to let go at some point. Like, not saying you let go of the memories and you forget about the person and you act like they never ever existed. I think that death is, I mean, it's so inevitable.
It's very scary.
This was like a heavy topic, and then you just took it like way too far.
Me?
Yeah, you're like, this is a heavy topic. Starting off keeping guests.
No, I got you.
No, we really shouldn't, because I'm starting to get all teary eyed right now. We should just maybe cut it.
Okay, well, I'm just saying death is inevitable, and I think that there's a healthy part to it where, in order to celebrate life, you kind of have to let go of the death. If that makes sense. Like you kind of have to move on with it in order to be able to celebrate the life that was, or else the sadness of the death will kind of still linger. And I haven't lost a child, but I've lost a brother, like a literal brother, you know. I've lost my youngest uncle who was 3 years older than me. You know what I mean? Last year, great grandmother 2 years ago, uncle last week. So, yeah, lost my uncle last week in LA. But we knew it was coming. And we're actually not holding a funeral. We're actually going to do like a celebration for everyone who's passed along. But I think that's really important, you know, because, you know, death is so scary for anyone who's not ready for it. But it's so unavoidable because it's going to happen one day. Like, there's not enough money in the world. I mean, they're trying to create, you know, they're trying to do, what's that?
Austin Powers, where they freeze you?
No.
Cryogenic freezing?
Stem cell research, where they're trying to basically recreate cells that live forever. There's a jellyfish that never dies that has a close link to a rat or something like that. So they're trying to use the biology of that to create tissue cells that never die. You know, they're going to get as close as whatever they can to do that, but they'll never be able to escape death. Death is something that's going to happen. So I think just to move on from it, you got to be able to accept the life that was there. You know?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll accept the life of this episode.
Yeah, let's move on from
Allow
that
it
topic.
to.
I do not want to start crying on camera. I'm
Yeah.
just, my mind is going right now. I can't. I don't want to deal with that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah, it is.
I think
It
it's
is.
a good stopping
We'll pick
point.
it up off cam.
Yeah. Plus, it's been an hour anyway. So, we'll do the last little hoorah. If you're watching, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Get us to 200. Let's do it.
Woo!
Let's get there. Watch Snack Wars. Watch Happy Hour.
Yes.
Watch Black Men Cook 2. Watch Shit Talk. It's coming back. Let's get it.
Ooh.
Oh.
When?
Get it. I don't know.
Yes.
When is it coming back?
Come on, give us a date. Give us a date.
I
High
don't know if we
pressure
got one for you yet.
situation.
We ain't got one for you yet. But anyways,
Oh, it's exciting. I miss your guys' show.
I miss it too. But if you're listening, make sure you leave a review and just keep on listening. It helps the algorithm out. And yeah, I think that's about it. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, drop
You know what
some
I mean?
questions. If you guys have any questions you guys want us to debate about, if you want to hear me be right, ask a question and we'll just see where it goes.
Yeah.
Look at their faces. Both of you gave me the
Ask her something simple. Ask her, what do you want for Christmas? She'll be right.
I'll be right. I'm right.
No,
Okay.
Anyways, this has been the Happy Hour. I'm Cousin P. That's May May.
Bye.
That's Ray.
Bye, guys.